Welcome, sir.
Right.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Welcome, Debasish.
Yes, sir.
Kindly introduce yourself to the board.
Sir, I am Debasish Jena. I belong to Odisha State District Board. I have done my Masters in Life Sciences from Niger, Bhubaneswar. And my hobbies lies in watching sports like cricket, football, and also watching thriller genre web series, sir.
Are you working somewhere?
No, sir. I am preparing.
This is your first attempt?
Sir, in forest services, this is my first attempt.
And in civil services?
Third attempt.
Have you qualified at any point of time for the interview?
Sir, this year I had given interview, but could not qualify in the finals.
How much you got in the interview?
Sir, 152 marks.
Debasish, you come from a place called Sarasara.
Yes, sir.
Is it a district?
It is a village, sir.
It is a village. And what is the district?
Sir, both districts.
What is the population of the district around, roughly?
Sir, 40,000 around.
District population. And the density of population?
Sir, density I am not aware of.
And the per capita income?
Sir, not aware.
And any special monument, historic place?
Sir, there are many Buddhist murtis and stupas are there. The name itself is derived from Buddhist pilgrimage site. Ancient the traders are while going to Southeast Asia, they used to stall at these places, and that's why we can see Bhumisparsha Mudra Buddhist murtis there. And also, sir, there is a riverine island called Marjakud Island, which is connected to both through a bridge, sir.
They are national protected under the National Monument Act, or they are simply normal sort of a monuments?
The normal monuments.
And how much is the forest area of your district?
Sir, it's because it's lies nearby to the river Mahanadi and urbanized area, wholly urbanized area. So that's why forest area is very less, around 2% or something.
2%. So suppose you are posted as DFO of the district.
Yes, sir.
How you will increase the forest cover in consonance with the National Forest Policy? How much is the area which has been provisioned for the under the National Forest Policy?
33% for plain areas.
So it's a plain area only. So from 2% to 33%, how will you bring about? Is it possible?
Sir, it's very difficult to do from 2% to 33%, especially where
you are aware of the topography and the geology and the geographical plane of the district?
Yes, sir. So the forested area is concentrated to very few places, and mostly to the border areas towards the Angul and Naikpada, Nuapada, sir. So in the main area near the Mahanadi river, there is huge population. So increasing the forest area there is difficult. We can adopt measures like agroforestry measures, like planting trees in the farmlands to increase the tree outside forest. So it is also included in forest cover. So it will also help in increase the forest area. And also we can promote urban forestry and social forestry to a certain extent, in like planting trees near the roadsides or near the railway lines. Near the river Mahanadi, there is a Mahanadi mission also of Odisha to increase the afforestation near Mahanadi. So in that we can increase the forest area, sir.
Plantation also comes under the forest area.
Yes, sir.
So you can enhance the plantation. And you have done the life science.
Yes, sir.
And it has the benefit both of the life science of the biological, the medicinal development, as well as the chemistry part of the forest. Now, how you will be able to use your knowledge if you are selected in an Indian Forest Service, your knowledge for benefit both in implementation of government policies and program and bringing about the nutritional upgradation of the population?
Sir, government benefit as in the whole of forest, sir. Sir, for the increase in species or plantation or for nursery increasing, we can do tissue culture, so that we can increase the propagation of plant at higher scale. And also tree improvement program through hybridization. We can use life sciences knowledge by gene manipulation or genetics in genetic crossing, so that we can increase the good population of the forest, so good species which is adapted to the local areas. And regarding also the biodiversity, we can do captive breeding or cross breeding of the animals, so that the population which is endangered, that can be conserved, sir. And regarding the nutritional benefits, we can help in tree improvement and planting those trees which can give much more fuel or fodder security, and also nutritional security to the people, using a tree which has greater nitrogen fixing capacity, so its foods and its fruits can give nutrition to the people. And also planting trees which can enhance the crop productivity in the agriculture also. It can also improve the nutrition.
Crop productivity, how it is increased? What type of crop provides the nitrogen in the soil which lead to enhancement in the crop productivity? Can you name some?
Mostly leguminous crops like pulses, and the trees which has fungal mycorrhiza in its roots. It can also help in absorbing more nitrogen and phosphorus from the atmosphere and also soil. It will help in increasing the productivity of soil.
Is India self sufficient as far as the phosphorus fertilizer is concerned?
India.
Yeah, is India importing or is India self sufficient?
Sir, I'm not sure exactly, but I think India is self-sufficient in phosphate.
Phosphorus is important. Phosphorus fertilizer India imports.
Sir, I'm not sure.
Okay. You were selected for research internship TIFR. This is Tata Institute of Fundamental Research.
Yes, sir.
In which particular area you were selected for what research?
Sir, life sciences research only. Mostly, we try to extract proteins called Saturn proteins, which has a role in our aging or diabetes and many other functions. So we try to extract and clone it, so that it can be used for the various experiments and the downstream pathways.
There is something called beta cells.
Yes.
And if that can be beta cells, performance can be improved, diabetics can be controlled. Can you tell us something latest on that?
Sir, latest development I'm not aware, but in pancreas they have beta cells, so they helps in insulin production, and it helps in so that the diabetes, our body sugar is controlled. But when it is goes beyond the equilibrium position, it creates diabetes condition in our body. So they are trying to produce more insulin through cloning the beta cells or the beta gene in the bacteria and all, so that the diabetes problem can be at least cured, if not prevented.
And research scholarship TIFR and IIT Bombay. So you have IIT Bombay. What you were doing in IIT Bombay?
Sir,
something different. TIFR is different. IIT Bombay is different. So in Bombay, IIT Bombay, what you were doing?
Sir, I try to learn the molecular dynamics or molecular docking. So I try to increase my skills in the computational area of the biology, so that I can use both the experimental and computational area for my project, which I have done in the 4th year. Sir.
Can you tell us something about the carbon credit? Whatever you want to, just for 2 minutes, tell us on what is carbon credit, pricing mechanism, how it can affect our Indian economy, or we can benefit, or it can be. Just tell us about that.
Sir, carbon credit is the amount, the amount that a organization or a business or company get when it reduces a amount of carbon by sequestration, or by reducing the emission of its plants, or through any other mechanism. So it is equivalent to 1 ton of carbon dioxide produced. So this can be traded in the market. like a company which is emitting more than the required, it can buy this credit from the company so that the overall carbon is balanced in the country. So it creates a market-based mechanism so that everyone can benefit, and it will also prevent the rising of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So, but there is some problem in case of India and other, like there is no standardized mechanism to measure the carbon credit. Like there is no harmony in laws and regulation all over the world. So the international market is not able to function because of that. India also like functionalized carbon credit very recently. So it will take time for the market to develop currently, sir.
Okay.
Debasish, why you like the European football?
Sir, can you repeat, sir?
Why you like the European football?
European football.
Yeah.
Sir, I like the quality and the playing style of the European clubs, and it is of high class football, that the football of Europe. So I like to watch it, sir.
But in Latin America also there are very good countries. They are playing very good football, like Argentina and Brazil. They have produced very good teams. Why you could not like them? How they are different from the European football?
Sir, there are very good teams, but also it is a very limited amount of clubs they do well in Latin America, and also the timing also does not match to the Indian timing to watch the football there, sir.
So what is FIFA?
Sir, FIFA is the global headquarter of the football, which governs all the football-related activities all over the world, sir.
Why football is very popular in Europe?
Sir, the working class used to play football there, so it created a movement so that where with limited capital investment one can play a sports of very high quality. So it started to get popularized also in the middle part, and as more people started to watch it, and the culture developed around football, so it became popular, sir.
Where it was born?
Football, exactly.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm not there.
It was born in England, Britain, in 12th century.
Yes.
That is the reason it is very popular in Europe.
Okay.
Are there some European clubs which are involved in Indian football?
Invested, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, Manchester City has invested in some clubs. Barcelona also invest in some clubs.
Can you name some European cups?
European Cups.
Yeah.
Sir, UEFA Champions League is one club, biggest Champions League football that occurs in Europe, and other European UEFA Euro, sir, that happens at the country levels.
What is ELF?
ELF.
Yeah.
Sir, European League Football.
Yeah, that's right. You see, when you join the service, sometimes you develop some sort of bitter relations with your boss. How you deal with a bad day?
Sir, the professional relation with the boss should not be hamper our mental health. I think it should be left in the office, and from next day we should go to the work like a new day is there, sir. So I think it should not affect till the time we are in office. It should concern us, and we will try to make it better by developing a good work culture or by having better relations with the superiors and the inferiors.
How your mood affect your working?
Sir, if a person is in good mood, then productivity increases because he gives all his energy and dedication to the particular job. But when mood becomes bad, then the productivity declines to a little bit.
Can you tell us something about the man and animal conflict?
Sir, because of frequent venturing of animals towards the crop areas and others, there is a man-animal conflict. Also, sometimes human goes deep into the protected area, so there also conflict happens. Mostly, we can see in case of tiger and elephant in case of Odisha, and sometimes in case of crocodile also, because of the attacking of the tiger to the especially man-eating tigers are attack people, and some elephant also in search of sugarcane or other crop which attract them, they try to come to the farmlands.
Sometimes they try to get some addictive materials also from the villages, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Debashish.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of Debashish?
Sir, it means blessing of gods.
Oh, very good. So 2019 onwards, you are not doing anything?
No, sir.
Why? Is it not, kind of waste of life? 4 years now.
Sir, I had aspired to become a civil servant to work for the welfare of the people or directly for the society. So I had made up the mind to work in this direction for 4 to 5 years. And if it will not achieve, then I will change my goal.
When did you make that mind of yours?
Sir, in the last year of my college.
Okay, so before that you did not know. So why did you took life sciences as your interest area and area of your graduation?
Sir, I had interest in zoology or biology in my 10 plus 2. So when I moved to Niger, there after first year, they allow us to choose a discipline, and I liked the zoology course or life sciences course there. It was very vast and very diverse. Things are there like ecology, genetics, genetic engineering, and bioinformatics. All are there. So I thought that I will make up my career on that.
Okay. See, normally when a child is born or a baby is born, when can we say that the fetus or whatever it is has acquired the life? Because this has been a big question in religion philosophy also. When to consider that to be life? In US also recently, the abortion rules are discussing about this, pro-life and pro-abortion, pro-freedom. So, according to life sciences, what does life sciences say about as to when should we consider that to be a living being?
Sir, in life sciences, one which can sense things, which has a developed nervousness or sense, and also which has a heart. Like if heartbeat is there, then it is also called a life, and a functioning brain, or a brain is developed to a certain extent. It is also can be called life.
So before that, it cannot be called life.
Sir, I think if it has a capacity to be a life, then it should be also called life, because after a certain time it will anyway
So
be.
when should we consider?
Sir, I think.
Okay, my question is, let me rephrase. When does that particular thing qualifies itself to be called living rather than non-living?
Sir, I think from the first division of zygote, I think we should call it living.
Okay, is the sperm cell living?
Sir, it carries a miniature living being.
Sperm cell or egg cell, they are mostly unicellular, right? Am I right? So are they living? Technically, not morally or emotionally. I'm talking from your point of view.
So technically it is non-living because
Sperm is non-living.
Because on its own it has no existence without in the cell or without deriving anything from the cell. It is
okay. You like thriller genre? Okay, which is the recently watched movie?
Sir, Sherlock Holmes. I watched.
Okay, anything from our Indian this thing, Bollywood or any other regional movie?
Sir, Bollywood I watched a Malayalam thriller, Bheloni, Fables of Bheloni.
Okay. Did you watch Drishyam?
Sir, long time.
Is it categorized? Can it be categorized as thriller?
Yes, sir.
You talked about plantation. So my question is, can plantation be considered to be a replacement of forest?
No, sir. Because plantation mostly covers the monocropping part. It is not a mixed forest. And forest is mostly mixed. Variety of plants and variety of animals live there. So in technical sense, plantation should not be a forest.
Okay, good. So can we actually grow artificially, obviously, with our own efforts? Can we grow forests that can be as good as natural forests?
Sir, we can, but I think to replicate the exact over the which has happened over the million of years is very difficult because forest is a very intricate system. Not only we see the only plants, there is soil, biodiversity, which is.
You said we can. Okay, tell me, explain that aspect of yours when you say we can, but. So why did you say that we can?
Sir, I said because it will take a lot of years.
Whatever it years. Okay. Tell me how many years. How many years you would like to have? If you want to have natural forest somewhere, completely new, afresh by human efforts.
Sir, I think it will take more than thousands of years.
So is it possible?
Sir, in one's lifetime is not possible, but over a period of time we can, as a society,
One lifetime of whom?
any person.
No, one lifetime even conquer railway it was not possible. So that's okay. It takes one dam is also may not be possible in one lifetime. It takes 30 years to build it. That's okay. So how would you go about it? Like, tell me how it will happen. If it happens in maybe 500 years, it's okay. Tell me how it happens. How would that happen?
Sir, firstly, we have to plant not only one tree, various type of saplings should be first planted in that area, and then we should fully focus on natural regeneration in that part, not any artificial interference. So how they will naturally regenerate it. When it will go above, like a lot of plants will be produced in 200, 300, 400 years, then biodiversity will start to come in that place. So in that way, we can reach to a certain level of natural forest. But
Okay, so basically you're saying don't do anything. Just go away from it.
yes, sir, mostly.
Isn't that the best way?
Yes, sir.
Even if you don't, you said initially you plant something. I say don't plant anything. Just don't go there. It will grow. If it is obviously rain and all, natural. If natural phenomena is there, do you really require to do anything? In fact, some places, especially tropical regions, you go to regions of Western Ghat or your Eastern Ghat. Even if you just don't go there for 20 years, there will be big trees. So you don't even need 500 years. See, the point is, human intervention as less as possible is good for forest. And same is the case with tribals. Like, let them live the way they want to live, isn't it? But then, don't you think it is going against development of them? I'm talking about tribals now.
Sir, if we judge them in our model of development, obviously they are lacking. But their way of looking to the world is different. They are not materialistic per se. They believe in kinship bonds, and for them that it is very important to live in community, to eat from the local foods, local fruits, and do their normal activities. But we have to balance it by giving them little bit of local new age healthcare, new age education. Like in education, we can develop their own people so that they can teach themselves and in their language. So through their model of development or through their genius, we can develop themselves.
Okay. Thank you, Debasish.
Thank you.
I will call you Debasish in 2 minutes.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.